People say the secret to success is speaking. But let me tell you, being a good listener, that's where the real magic happens. And trust me, coming from a foreign student who struggled with English, I had no choice but to listen intently. But here is the thing, it wasn't just about the language, it is about listening to the wisdom behind the words. Let me take you back to the early days when I became close friend with the Smith family. Now, Joe Smith was the most successful of his brothers. Naturally, I had to ask his mom, Mom Rose, what makes Joe so successful? She looked at me and said, determination. That word hit me like a lightning bolt. You see, you have a labradoodle, and then you will ever play a tug of war with the lab and the rope, he will never let go. That's the determination, my friend. That's Joe. Now fast forward to my time at Ingersoll Rand. I was a financial management trainee, and one day I saw a group controller, Dave. Now here's the kicker. Dave wasn't your typical finance guy. He wasn't crunching numbers all day. His degree was in, wait for this, violin. I was blown away. How does a guy with a background in music become a financial group controller? Well, it wasn't about numbers. It was about listening. But not just listening to the facts. Dave could speak your language, your perspective, whether you were a senior executive or the new intern, he made you feel heard. And that, my friend, is emotional intelligence. It's a game changer. I even bought a book to study it. Learn from Dave that success isn't about how much you talk. It's about how well you understand the people around you. Speaking of listening, let me talk about stocks. When I was younger, I bought a lot of stocks. And to be honest, I lost quite a bit of money. I did not always making smart moves. But here's the thing. One day I was casually chatting with a friend of mine. We were both in our 30s and she was buying stocks too. For whatever reason, we were talking about market and she said sometimes you'll never forget. She said, with big companies like Apple or Microsoft, you will never go wrong. Even in a downturn, they always come back strong. I never forgot about that. Let me tell you more success of my portfolio. And I saw how true this was. Today, my biggest holdings are Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. They were outperforming the market big time. So I thank her for one simple insight. She probably doesn't even remember saying it, but it changed my approach forever. And speaking of great advice, Warren Buffett said something that forever changed my investing strategy. He said, when people are greedy, be fearful. And when they are fearful, be greedy. In early 2020, when COVID hit, people were still struggling of it. But I was listening. I heard that panic from China. I sold all my stocks and the market plumbed. Shortly after that, while everyone else was panicking, I went bottom fishing. And guess what? That one decision made me millions. You see, being a good listener isn't about nodding along. It's about borrowing wisdoms from others. You won't experience every challenge in life yourself, but if you can listen and learn from someone else's lesson, that's powerful. And that's how listening can talk made you all the differences for me. So next time, take a moment, close your mouth, and open your ears. You never know, you might learn.